Should I grow a mustache or something? Three tips for songwriters and music producers. Tip number one, if you're a writer, write every day. If you're a producer, beat maker, make beats every day. Why? Because not only do you hone your craft, let's say you go into the studio, the producer throws on a beat. Now because you practice, you write every day, you're able to write on the spot, on the fly. You can write on your phone. I write in journals and notebooks. Sometimes I'll just write like one sentence a day or something like that. Sometimes I'll write a whole 6 pages. In the interview I did with an award-winning director, Colin, he had a voice recorder, and while he would drive, he would record the ideas he had. That's a really good idea. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of apps on your phone that you can make beats. I think there's little GarageBand and Fruity Loop type apps that you can make beats on the go. You don't have to have your computer with you, just have your phone. The other thing is, eventually you'll have this huge stack of resources that you can draw inspiration from. So you can flip through, or this is what I do personally. I flip through and I'll find 2 words, or I'll find 2 lines that I can then write a whole verse from. So after I withdraw from this resource I have, I then rely on my practice and skill that I do every day to build on top of it. Do you have any tips for me? What's worked or hasn't worked for you? And what are your writing practices? Let me and the other viewers know. Tip number 2 is get your environment right. Set yourself up for success. Pay attention to what kind of environments you produce your best in. Be aware of things that may hinder your performance or distract you from creating, and then just remove them from your environment, or remove yourself from them. So for example, I usually have my phone on airplane mode and I have it across the room. And I do my best to record when no one else is in the house. My room is also the laundry room, so I know I have to organize around other people's schedules. Light your incense or your candles. I also usually have a movie or YouTube playing really low on another screen. Professional studios understand the importance of environment for their artists and producers, because they want them to produce their best work. All parties involved want to produce the best work. So tip number 2, get your environment right, get your vibes right. Third tip, my final tip, is to go outside and take breaks. If you've been sitting down for 2 hours, just stand up for 5-10 minutes and stretch, go get some fresh air, call your mom, go get some water. The time you spend away from your project could be just as productive, or sometimes even more. Oftentimes when you step away from whatever you're working on is when you receive inspirations and epiphanies or breakthroughs. So I love taking breaks, and it's good for you, it's healthy for you. If you're a mixing engineer, think of it as cleansing your sonic palette. Because if you're listening to the same thing over and over again, you kind of start to get desensitized in a way. So when you take the time to step back, then you go back in with fresh ears. You may hear something that you didn't hear before, or you may realize oh dang, why was I doing this? It's because your ears get used to it after a little while. Anyways, what are your tips? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell button to receive notifications every time I upload a video. Follow me on social media and let me know what other tips you have and what should I do for my next video. Should I grow a mustache or something? Thanks for watching. Peace.